Do you think the political pendulum will ever get back to center? Will the art of political compromise ever come back?
How do you measure that? So is it the ideological answer that we think people are somehow thinking more from a compromise standpoint versus a conflict standpoint? So that's the ideological piece of that. I would argue that if you look at the numbers, the data, that a state like Wisconsin would be a perfect representation of that, right? It's 50-50.
Well, there's also just the bell curve if we're talking about the general public. Most people are more in the center than they are on the fringe. They're just not as loud as the people who are on the fringe. But we've also, because of gerrymandering across the country, have Congress, or at least the House, be represented by more people on the fringe. The middle very well, because it takes being more to the left or more to the right than your opponent to sometimes get elected to go to Congress. And so that, I think, is how our elections are set up. That is not helping us get back to the center if we were ever there.
Let's use the example of the government shutdown. If we're indeed at a point in time, in political time, where we had sort of a back to the center position, these shutdowns wouldn't happen. This is an example of the opposite of what is compromise. This is the conflict. It's performative, which we've talked about a lot in the last week or so. What that truly means when we're talking about people thinking differently, there's no clear answer.